Hey, what's going on, guys? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing well, thank you for asking. The Body Beat down here. Michael on this Friday morning. Kind of doing something, just a little extra, little video here. And I'm sure you can see what we're looking at. This is from 2/12/22 on a deadlift video. And wow, I just looked back. I was just kind of browsing through my deadlift videos and came across this one. Number one, same hat. I've had this hat for a while. Anyway, I got the same pants on too, you'll notice. But anywho, that's not about the clothing. I'm just kind of looking back at my journey and kind of want to go over what we're looking at here. So number one, you can see I was a lot smaller there. I started dropping weight, which is really odd for me to even do. But that did happen in 2016 whenever I started cycling all the time. I started dropping weight, but then it came back on. And then on this journey here where I started working out and changing up my nutrition and all that good stuff, I started dropping weight, but now I've added weight back on. So I don't really drop weight real easily, and if I do, it comes right back on no matter what. So basically got to starve myself. So having said that, this really ain't about that, but it is wild to see how small I got. I got down to 218, which I've not been 218 since the 90s. So that was really small for me. And I don't know how much I was here, but it was probably close to 218 at this point. So anyhow, if you don't know, this is the house that we moved out of just back in October. We were there 8 years or so, whatever. And this is my room that I turned into my gym first, before I moved into the master bedroom, which was, anyway, we don't have to get into all that. I get that going on, but anyway. This is kind of interesting to watch and see how we go about things. So let me speed up here a little bit and get into it. Let me do a little dancing. So first of all, okay, Mike, quit it, goofball. So what you're going to notice here, number one, is my shoes. That probably ain't the first thing you notice, but I have shoes on. I don't deadlift in shoes anymore, and I haven't for a long time because you don't need to wear shoes, especially those kind of shoes. You can wear extremely flat, no sole, like super thin, nothing shoes with no support, no nothing. And they even have shoes that are dedicated for deadlifts, squats, and stuff like that. But anyway, I don't wear shoes anymore. And then on top of that, look at my form. Look how I'm doing here. We're looking at more of a conventional deadlift versus where I started going later on into more of a stiff leg. So as always, of course, we're starting out with 135. And it's very interesting to watch this technique here, and just to kind of see how it all progressed. And you'll notice I'm using that same cruddy bar and still got those black spray painted weights. I picked up that bar and those 245s just like in a neighboring county. Guy had it all for sale for about, I think it was $70, $75, something like that. So I said, I'll go get it. And good price for what it was. And so it works. I still use them to this day. So talking about what we're doing here. So I put 25s on each side. That's 185. So what I want to do is kind of skip ahead. I don't want this to be a super long video. I just kind of want to look at a couple things. So this is 275, looks like. Again, form looked pretty good for a standard deadlift. Pretty decent right there. One thing you'll notice is the bar is dragging up my shins, which is kind of how that goes when you're doing these kind of deadlifts. I'm glad I don't do that anymore because I was tired of having my shins beat the heck up. And it didn't matter if I wear pants or socks or anything else. I didn't go to extremes and try to put go out and buy like the leg sleeves and different stuff like that. I didn't do all that, but still constant. The old 35s. I don't know what that is, like 295 or 2 something. I don't know. 225 plus 70. You can figure it out. I suck at math. I guess that's 295. I don't know. That's crazy to watch, guys. And see, even back then, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to include the bar in my lifts. But of course, you do. It's just that's so funny to think about. Back then, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to include the bar. that's 45 pounds. You want to include the bar. That's crazy. And I didn't even write down 315. I wrote down like 270 or whatever I said. So here's 315. Got 345s on each side, and the bar is 45. It's crazy. So 15, 35, 40. I think it's 345. Let's skip ahead just a hair. So that's a 10 and a 5 and 3 45s. 35, 40, 45. So I think that's 345. Pretty easy, right? Pretty easy. So now we're going up to 365. Got a 25 on each end. This is so crazy, but what's even more crazy is kind of my closing comments and stuff in the video. Of course, I'm yelling there because, it's heavy.
Alright, guys.
So I'm turning this up a little bit so we can hear.
365 with the bar.
So it's 365 that I did.
345s, a 25, and a 10.
So now we're like 385.
It's 385. I'm going to give it my dangest. I promise.
That's so crazy. This is why I say you need to look back at our videos and follow our journey. Number one, don't look at my back right here because I'm not in position. So, not too bad. Not too bad for a hard pull there.
Okay, well, you just seen me fail at 385.
I failed at 385, guys. Isn't that crazy?
I want to get that one rep. I want to get it. This will be a PR if I can get one rep of this. I'm giving it one more try. at a place.
Come on, Mike. One more try, guy. You can do it. 385.
Nope.
That's so crazy. So listen up.
Can't do it, guys. It's just that much too heavy for me. Man, I'm disappointed. I'm happy I got the 365 as easily as I did. I mean, you've seen that. It was pretty decent. Just going up 20 pounds, man, makes that much difference.
I think I say it here in just a second.
I'm not going to be down on myself. I've never been strong at deadlifts, ever.
See, I'm saying that right here, but the fact is, I never really trained deadlifts. See, I was actually training deadlifts on this new journey that I'm on. Whereas before, years past, I never really trained. It was just periodically I would try and do a deadlift, you know? And I mean, literally, like, you know, hardly ever. I didn't really train to do deadlifts. And one of my top deadlifts that I think I have video of way back when was, I think, 365 maybe. So basically I'm just matching that. But I never really trained deadlifts until my new journey that I've started on.
25 years ago, I was never strong at deadlifts. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, however many.
I'm not really thinking of anything. I'm not really thinking of that.
My biggest and strongest, I was never good at deadlifts. My back throws me off, and you can only do.
That's
so
an
much.
excuse, Mike.
Now I have a goal of 400 pounds.
Did you hear that?
As I ever want to go. 400.
Did you hear that? I said I have a goal of 400 pounds. But what's funny is I thought that I remembered telling myself that I have, which I know I did at one point after this, but I have a long-term goal of 500 pounds. I think I've said that. I'm pretty sure it's my big long-term goal that I had. Now, I've since reached that on New Year's Eve. Just this past New Year's Eve, I pulled 500 pounds, and I've pulled it now probably 4 other times, and I've pulled it from an elevated, from being elevated on my rack, 2 inches. I've pulled it probably maybe another 3 times or so. I don't know. I've lost count, but I've done it now, a handful of times. 500 pounds, far away from 400 pounds. So it's crazy to hear me say that because 400 pound deadlift, not really that great, but I guess for me at the time, that was a heck of a goal. So it's just crazy how things change.
Pounds. Just feel good to get 400 pounds.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? And now I've repped 405 pounds for 10 reps.
As you can tell, this workout was more about seeing what I could do versus last week it was more about doing a lot of sets, a lot of reps, kind of more of a high volume-ish kind of workout. So,
and also this was long before I started using that powder that I use. I've only been using that now for a few months, not too long. It'll be a year, but it's a few months. So I wasn't even using powder, chalk, nothing.
I'm proud of myself for sticking in there and doing it. And be proud of yourself, guys. Anytime you try to do something.
So.
And there's always next time. You may never reach that goal that you have, but at least you can be happy knowing that you tried. I know it sounds stupid and cliche and excuse kind of, buttering it up, the excuse, but it's true. At least you can feel like you tried and gave it your best. I just gave it my best 2 times here. So.
But I guess my best wasn't good enough.
Always next time, and I will eventually get 385. I will eventually get it.
Yep.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed this little
So see, there you go. That shows you proof right there, of where I came from, and sticking to, your hard work ethics and your determination, and being persistent and consistent. And I've long since blasted past, that, and that's just so. I don't know. It makes me proud to look back and see stuff like this, and how hard I've worked. And yeah, so that's what this journey is about, guys. That's what all this is about, is looking back and being able to see where you came from and where you're at, in hopes that you put forth the effort to excel, because that's why you started this in the first place. You wanted to get better. And I think in my case, it's really a case of getting a lot better. I've put on a lot of weight, unfortunately, but like I said, I gain weight with ease. And there's a lot of people out there that might not believe that, but there's days I don't hardly eat anything. So, I put on weight really, really easily. And it is what it is. We're not all born with the same genetics and metabolisms, all that good stuff. So, that's the least of my worries right now. My worries right now are continuing this journey, continuing to set goals for myself, and trying to do the best I can to reach those goals, and not make excuses like my bad back, which it is really bad. But I keep pushing forward and keep doing my thing, and that's what you have to do to win, not just the battle in the gym, but in life in general. You can't keep making excuses and expecting things to change. So anyway, guys, I just kind of wanted to throw this quick little video at you and show you that you can accomplish things, and it's all just in the work that you put towards it. So anyway, guys, if you appreciate this little step back in time and all my videos and all that good stuff, maybe like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff to the Body Beatdown. That's me, Michael. You're a pretty satisfied, accomplished host. All right? And look for the video later this evening whenever I do my chest, biceps, and maybe something else. All right? Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff to the Body Beatdown. Did I say that already? I don't know. Get up, get out, get rad. Do it to it. We'll see you next time on the Body Beatdown. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Bye. Bye.
Get up, get out, get rad, and do it to it!